is Dave Palumbo with RxMuscle.com. In the Iron Asylum with John Marks. We are here 1 week after the 2015 NPC Junior USA Championships, where John placed second in the super competitive heavyweight class. We're here training shoulders in World Gym in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Welcome, John.
Thanks for having me, Dave.
You're very welcome. Congratulations on the second place. I heard that there was some controversy and that maybe you should have been first place even.
Yeah, I heard that a little bit, and that's that's what I heard going around the prejudging. But so it was bittersweet getting the second. But he was a great competitor. So.
Yeah. Now, talk to me a little bit about your contest history. Was this your first national level show?
Yes, it was. It's really, I consider it only my second show. I actually did, I was in the military, in the Marine Corps for 4 years, and I did the All Forces in 2009. I actually did my entire prep, and I contacted you, I think it was like 2 weeks out.
Yes.
And you kind of helped me dial it in the last week, yeah. And so I won that one back in 2009, the light heavyweight class in the overall. And then kind of left the scene. I got out of the military and really didn't work out and kind of lived a normal life. I kind of shied away from the whole fitness industry. And then in 2013, I started prep for the Sunshine Classic, and that was March of 2014. And I won the heavyweight class there in the overall, which qualified me for the Junior USA.
So this is the first real step into the big time, so to speak. Now, do you feel that you have the passion and the desire that maybe you kind of lost prior to that?
Absolutely. And I kind of hate to say, well, what would have happened if I would have kept going at that point? But I hate saying that, But where I'm at right now in my life, this is what I want to do, and I'm 100% committed to it.
Is it hard to kind of, come back after you've taken a long off period, or do you feel sometimes maybe it was more motivational because you had the hunger that you didn't have before?
Yeah, it takes time to obviously put the muscle back on, but then once I started to see the change, it wasn't to be back then. I wasn't in a good place really financially, and now I'm in a really good place and I'm secure, and so I can really put all the effort and focus that it requires to get the job done. Now,
Junior USA is a great launching pad for a lot of athletes, and a lot of athletes don't do this show, which is silly because I think it really does give you the notoriety. I mean, look, you're doing a Iron Asylum training video right now, but where do you go from here? Second place obviously is close enough to first place, so in my mind, I give you the win. What's this next step? Do you compete this year? You take off the year? Where do you see yourself going from this point on?
Yeah, I had a talk with my coach, Dave Melenkoff, and I decided that I wanted to take the rest of this year off. I was thinking maybe nationals earlier in the year prior to Junior USA's, like doing nationals down here since I'm close to it. But you know what? I think that I don't think I'm ready to really be a contender, a top contender at nationals. I think that I could do well and then maybe get some call out, but I don't really want to do that. So I'd rather take the time, make the necessary improvements that I need to, put on some size, and then going into next year, I think realistically I can really be a contender. And I plan on doing the USA's, North American, more nationals, or maybe all of them. I don't know yet, but definitely at least the USA's in North America.
What did you weigh at the juniors?
I weighed 213.
Okay, so you want to come in as a full heavyweight is probably the goal, I would think.
Absolutely, and based on the progress I made last year, I was 200 at the Sunshine Classic, and I came in 213.4 in way better condition. So if I can keep making those kind of improvements, I think I'll be in a good spot.
That's some serious improvements right there. That's 15 pounds of muscle in 1 year. So can't get much better than that. I mean, you duplicate that again, you're going to be we're going to be calling you Justin Compton pretty soon. Or Dave Palumbo. Well, talk to me a little bit about what kind of a diet you followed going into this show, because some people could eat more or less. Are you one of these guys that have to suffer?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Because condition, my coach Dave Melanchoff, he's old school. He's he's kind of similar to Chris Aceto. It's just very basic, straightforward diet. It's low carbs. I mean, no carbs, no fats. I mean, at one point, we were. I mean, I was low carb almost probably from 8 weeks out. I mean, we really didn't have like 200 grams of carbs was a high day, and we would most of the time just rotate and do carbs in the morning, and then that's it. And maybe put some fats here and there. And then when it got really close, I remember at one point, and this was the hardest point of the prep or any prep. We went 7 straight days, and it was 0 carbs, 0 fat. It was basically just fish and vegetables for 7 straight days. I think it was like 1,300 calories a day, and I was dying by that 7th day, and I felt like I looked horrible, which I probably did. But then, looking at the stage shots, the conditioning really showed, and that suffering was worth it.
Well, I think a lot of people think that they're going to lose muscle and what really is happening is they're just getting carbohydrate or glycogen depleted, so they look small and flat. And then, once that fat is gone, you put the carbs back into the program and you fill out. It's like, whoa! I guess I needed to be a little flat to get rid of that body fat. And I think, I'm old school in that sense too. I believe in suffering. If you suffer, the fat will come off. You can always fill yourself up later, and obviously you're a testament to that.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And I just see too many people nowadays. They don't want to suffer. I mean, I go into this show. I'm not the biggest guy, but you come in hard as nails. It doesn't matter how big they are. They stand next to you, and you just expose every weakness they have.
Well, talk to me a little bit about cardio. Did Dave have you doing a lot of cardio?
Yeah, lots of cardio. No carbs, lots of cardio. We did up to 90 minutes fasted, and
wow.
And sometimes we did an hour fasted, an hour post workout. And cardio started probably at 12 weeks out, just a little bit, and then we brought it up slowly, and then we pulled it as necessary here and there, and then the last 10 days or so we kind of backed off it. And just let the diet do the work.
Well, he definitely worked you, that's for sure. Now, talk to me a little bit about posing and presentation, because I know it sucks having to pose 4 to 6 weeks out from a show. The smart guys, which I wasn't always one of those, will pose in the off season and in the beginning part of the diet so that it becomes easier at the end. What kind of how is your posing structured?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't really like posing. I'm not the best at practicing a lot, but I did try to pose, at least the last 4 weeks, a little bit every day. Sometimes we would put in place of cardio, we would pose, and I think that was Dave's way of getting me to practice posing more. And, all right, you don't have to do the cardio, just pose. But honestly, it's so important because when you're up there and you're just so depleted, I mean, if you don't posing's tiring,
Yeah.
So I mean, and it's going to show the guys who don't practice. You can get up there and you can cramp, or you can shake, you can huff and puff. So I definitely try to make it a part of my program, because it's definitely makes a big difference.
Well, John, congratulations on the second place at the juniors, and I know next year we're going to probably see a way even better and more improved version of you, and hopefully maybe you'll grab that pro card. For now, we are out of time. I'm Dave Palumbo with John Marks in the Iron Asylum.